Taiga, the biggest forest in the whole world. A mystery to many people on this globe, but not to us who live up here because it's right outside our door. Located between the 50th and 70th latitude on northwest hemisphere, the taiga is the biggest forest in the whole world. Today we're gonna look at how the organisms adapt to this harsh environment. But to learn how they adapted, we need to firstly take a look at what they have adapted to. Taiga has two major abiotic environmental factors going on for it. Firstly, the summer and the winter. In the winter it gets super cold in most of the taiga, and in parts of it the sun never even rises. So the land is left in an eternal darkness for most of the year. But on the other hand, in the summer in this region, the sun never settles. So that's good for the trees that want to produce chlorophyll with the sun. So now when we know what the animals and the plants are adapting to, let's look at how they adapt to it. Starting off with the elephant in the room, the conifer trees. They are everywhere, like seriously everywhere. But firstly we need to learn about one more abiotic environmental fact. And that's it, that in the winter it gets really dry actually here, and you think like, what? Dry? No, it's cold, it's like snow out everywhere. No, because the ground freezes in the winter and the trees can't take up any water. So it's like a dry season for them. And here we can see a connection between the Mediterranean and the taiga. In the Mediterranean we have conifer because it has a dry summer, and in the taiga we have conifer because it has a dry winter. And the pine and spruce has adopted a little bit different. The pine has a really deep root system that can go deep into the ground and access the water. But both of them have needles. Needles is the thing that makes this work, because the needle has a smaller surface area than leaves. Less water actually evaporates from them, and that is a big concern when you need to keep all the water inside of you. And a general rule in biology is that with a harder surface area on the leaves or needles, the more resistance to dry seasons they are. We also have some interesting animals here, like the bear, the lynx, but these animals and all these big predators have something in common. Yeah, they have paws they walk on the snow. This is not so interesting, but let's instead take a look at the internal enemy of the conifer trees. The little bird called crossbill. This bird has some majestic beaks, like all other birds that eat seeds from hard places. That's right, they eat the seeds in the cones. But here we get a problem, because they stay during the winter, and in the spring the tree drop their cones, and the bird gets a really hard time accessing the seeds when it's in the ground. To prevent having the young ones starve, the birds actually have the chicks in the late winter, and this is the only animal that actually have their chicks this early. To summarize, it's really hard to live in the taiga. It has such a low biodiversity because, yeah, when you have the half of the year in darkness, it's kinda hard to live here. And I think many humans also would agree with that. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Although this has been a really great thing making and I have enjoyed it, but I could probably have spent a little less time on the editing part of it.